iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Race fans, welcome here to the Volusia Speedway here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series. The third time this season we have come here to the great state of Florida. Sam Bachman's picked up a win. Anthony Roselli has picked up a win. And when you look at the top of that point standings here tonight, brought to us by G-Stone Motors, well, it's Sam Bachman just getting a 25-point lead over Dean Reynolds here tonight. Those are 1 and 2 in the points championship standings coming into the night. But the Super Dirt Car Series passing points, that championship little battle is looking pretty good too between Sam Bachman, Logan Wentz, and don't look now because here in late season, here comes Dean Reynolds. Sam Bachman and Logan Wentz just separated by 1 passing point between the two, and then there's Dean Reynolds who is sitting 8 points back from Logan Wentz. It's, well, 3 races left. Anything could happen in both those championships coming up here. But hey, what do you say? We got some heat races on the docket here tonight. We got 3 heat races scheduled here tonight. The distance is 8 laps the distance, 5 to qualify. Everybody here tonight actually going to get a pass into the A main. So what do you say? We get those starting lineups here brought to us tonight by G-Stone Motors. Your G-Stone Motors starting lineup here going to look like this. For heat race number 1, the driver car number 4, his name is Scotty Riome in the Full Throttle Motorsports number 4. He'll roll from P number 1. Starting alongside him in car number 17. Hope he's breathing here tonight or has his mouth closed at least. It's car number 17 here. That is going to be Shane Billings. Starting to the inside of row number 2. Car number 29 hailing from north of the border. Justin DeRosier in car number 29 starting there in P number 3. To the outside, the Papa. Car number 39. That'll be Mike Brewer. And how about Rylan Banks back car number 79. He'll roll from 5th. Logan Wentz, the Full Throttle Motorsports number 18, will go from the 6th starting spot, while Andrew Hansley will go from 7th. 8th here tonight to be Ted York in car number 9. That'll be your 8-car field. No, looking at it, no stats for driver of the 09 of Ted York, making his first race of the season. So we talked about it. Top 5 usually would go out of our heat races, but since here tonight at Volusia, only 24 drivers have made the tow. We will take all 24 drivers out of our heat races here tonight into our 40-lap feature. 40-lap feature here tonight coming up a little bit later on the program is the largest number of laps we have run in these 358 modifieds this season. So we'll see which one of these drivers have the hot shoe. But first thing first, let's fire these 358 modifieds off here on turn number 4. Going to come from Scott Riome and Shane Billings. Here we go. Heat race number 1 underway as they race them to turn number 1. A great start. Oh, as I say, a great start, and then a terrible push for the number 4 of Scott Riome. He'll still come out smelling like a rose, but the driver that'll fall back through the field be the number 17. There's the yellow and blue number 17. That is Shane Billings. He'll drop from 2nd all the way back to 5th on the opening lap here tonight. Battle for the race lead. Now going to start the heat up already. Here comes the 39 of Brewer. Brewer was down to the inside of the number 4. Scott Riome that time down through turns 1 and 2, and then just was not able to find the right grip strip that time off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Now he's locked in the battle. Here comes Logan Wentz. Logan Wentz has already picked up 3 spots, and that's exactly what he wants to see in these heat races, because we talked about it. He's one of those drivers that is in the Super Dirt Car Series Passing Points Championship battle. He's locked in it with Sam Bachman. Right now, you'd give the nod by 2 points over to the driver of that number 18. There you see him, the white, blue, and pink machine running currently in the P number 3. So as he runs third, just behind him, JD sitting there. He's dropped 1 spot since the drop of the green flag, as we got 4 more times around. 4 times around. One driver that has not been able to rebound is that number 17 of Shane Billings. Remember the opening lap contact down there in the corner with Scotty Riome. It's kind of relegated him back to here running into the 6th spot. Not sure if there's any damage on that number 17. That's not allowing Billings to really charge back through the field. Usually see that number 17 have some very good speed. But it's the heat race. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes Brewer again. He was to the inside that time in 3 and 4. Seems to have a little bit of better car through 3 and 4. Just not able to complete that pass. This time down the back straightaway. He'll be able to slide down to the inside. Not going to be able to throw a slider just yet, but just showing the nose to that number 4 as the White Silka fly here in heat race number 1. One more time around. Oh, a little bit of a hip check back there. JD going to move Logan Wentz up and out of the groove. Wentz into the fence. And oh no, he'll catch Ted York. Those drivers not going to have a finish that they thought they were at the line. Riome, Brewer, JD, Ryland Banks, Billings, and Hansley will all come across there. So Scott Riome picking up another heat race here this season. Scott's been on one heck of a tear since we came back this year for the 802 series. So we're finished that heat race off. That means another heat race coming up, and it looks like, just taking a peek at her. There we go. Got to get that information up there for your race fans. It's all we were waiting for. Last week's winner. He's going to have a good starting spot here in heat race number 2. The driver of the 639 entry, the Full Throttle Motorsports driver of Dylan Kinsey. To the outside of him, it's the Bachman, the 007 entry. Sam Bachman will roll from P number 2. How about another one of our friends, eh? From north of the border, car number 16. That'll be Matt Barber, and car number 16, he'll roll from P number 3. How about the, car number 67, Ty Dickinson. He will start from the 4th spot here tonight. I can tell you, he's not sleeping. Yeah, if you're in the Discord, you get that joke. How about Anthony Roselli? Car number 7 will roll from the 5th starting spot. And how about the number 28? The Thunder Ridge Racing number 28 of Jeff Sharp will roll from 6th. Glenn Sharp, driver of the 99, will go from the 7th starting spot. Michael Vitale, the number 213, going to have a long way to go back starting into that 8th position here tonight. See if he can work his way up into the top spots here at the end of this heat race. Race fans, are you in the market for a new car, SUV, a tow rig? There's only one place to go, and that is G-Stone Motors. G-Stone Motors, located in Middlebury, Vermont, your family-owned, operated, and certified Ford dealer in the North Country. I think that's what they call it anyway, the North Country up there. Us Pensatuckians just don't know. But hey, G-Stone Motors, they don't have it on the lot, race fans. Something that can keep you up and down the road, headed to the racetrack. Well, talk to Todd, talk to Justin. They will make sure you have exactly what you need to get to the racetrack. Green flag coming out this time. Pace truck into the safety of the infield. Here we go. Great start there by the number 16, the Matt Barber. He'll be able to make it 3 wide down into the corner as he hugs the inside lane. One driver not getting a good start. That'll be the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. Kinsey back there now locked in that 3 wide battle. He's got Roselli to the inside, Barber to the outside. Lap number 1 going to go to the Bachman. The Van Sickle Electric number 7 and getting a little hot happy down on the bottom side. Here comes the number 67, Ty Dickinson to the outside. The Dirty Dig performance, number 67. Oh, a little contact, and Roselli. Oh, hard contact. Roselli into the outside wall along with Dylan Kinsey. Looks like you found a fine time to leave me, Will, says Anthony Roselli. They're going to have to go to, well, the infield, and they're going to have to pull up a backup car. We're staying green flag racing here in our heat races tonight, with just 5 laps remaining. That'll put us down to 6 cars out of the 8 that started this one. It'll be Bachman, Barber, Dickinson, Sharp, Vitale, Sharp out there onto the speedway. 6 drivers remain. The battle is still for the race lead. Remember, these will set up our feature lineup coming up a little bit later on. Finish in the top 2. You have yourself one heck of a starting spot near the front for our 40-lap feature event. Three to go. All the laps here have been led by the number 07 of Bachman. Well, all but one, Bachman and Barber. Take a look back here at the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Brand new colors on the 213 here tonight from Michael Vitale. Vitale working the all-red machine down on the bottom side of the speedway. Trying to get around the number 28. That is Jeff Sharp. Sharp that time having a much better turns 1 and 2 than Glenn Sharp. Sharp over Michael Vitale. Glenn Sharp back there running into the 6th position. Still out there as the white silk is going to fly. Does Matt Barber have anything down the back straight away? Good run. He'll dive it down to the bottom side of the speedway. Bachman going to run the top side. It's going to be Sam Bachman across the line. It'll be Bachman, Barber, Dickinson, Sharp, Vitale, Sharp, Roselli, and Kinsey. So Sam Bachman doing what he needs to do here tonight. That's another point also in the old passing points. Championship standings brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series. So as we put heat race number 2 now into the books, our final heat race of the evening will start to make its way to the grid. And looking like this is how they will start here tonight for the final heat race. Starting row number 1, down to the inside. He is a one-time champion here with the draw tie number 03. That'll be Speedy Brissett. To the outside of him, it's the driver, well, of car number 04 here tonight. Brandon Guerin scheduled to roll from P number 2. Back to the inside, row number 2, starting in the 3rd starting position here tonight. Car number 79, that'll be the driver out of Syracuse, New York, of Dean Reynolds. How about back into the 4th spot here tonight? The car number 11, that'll be piloted by Kelly Wheeler. Driver out of Pennsylvania, driving the 2K entry. That'll be Harold Klump in the 2K. Sean Green in car number 27 will roll from the 6th starting spot. And then how about back in 7th? Mr. Radiator, car number 23. That'll be Joey Lattisaur in car number 23. And starting shotgun to the field. It's been 2 great weeks with, well, 1 disappointing finish for car number 20. That'll be Cody Harris starting back shotgun to the field. So that is your starting lineup here for the final heat race of the evening. Remember, race fans, we do have 24 drivers here tonight. So 24 drivers have taken, well, will take the green flag because I see all 8 drivers here for heat race number 3 out onto the speedway. So all 24 drivers that you have seen out onto the speedway here tonight will make their way into the big dance here for 40 laps. This is a pretty stacked 3rd heat race here tonight. You got Brissett on the front row. You got Wheeler and Reynolds back there. Brandon Guerin's right there. How about Lattisaur from deep in the field? Or Harris, Green, Klump. You could make a bid for all of these drivers, any of these drivers, to pick up a heat race win here tonight. Rioma and Bachman have picked up their respective heat races, who will pick up the final heat race tonight. Green flag as they come at us down into turn number 1. Brandon Guerin making the outside work here. Speedy Brissett not quite getting up to speed. It'll be Guerin, Wheeler, Brissett, Reynolds, Klump, Green, Harris, Lattisaur across the line here for the first opening lap of Green Flag Racing of heat race number 3. The 2K entry, there you see Harold working the bottom side, making a little contact there, rubbing some Nerf bars with the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. That's Super Dirt Car Series number 79. Lost one spot since the drop of the green flag. Here comes Sean Green, though. He'll now try to pounce. Now, Justin's got me looking up there reading that chat, race fans, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing, and I haven't said it yet. Brandon Guerin still out front here. They're going to come by this time. They're going to see 4 laps remaining here on the board. See him all right there. Cody Harris trying to make a move, it looked like. Out of turn 4, it looked like he was about ready to jump to the inside of that. Number 27 was Sean Green. Funneled himself back into line. Speedy Brissett getting a little pressure there from the Mr. Bean entry. That 79 entry of Reynolds down to the bottom side. Reynolds there you see falling back. It's a 3-horse race with just the old popsicle sticks going up. Sean Green in the yellow, number 27. Tried to slide up there. Maybe make Harold get a little out of his groove, but did not happen. White Silk into the air. Brandon Guerin looking for his first heat race win of the season on the tour. Just has to hold off that electric number 11. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler a throw to the inside. Not going to be able to slide up in front. It'll be Guerin, Wheeler, Brissett, Reynolds, Klump, Green, Lattisaur, and Harris as they all come across the line. So check that one out. Brandon Guerin picking up a heat race. How about that, race fans? So Brandon Guerin picking up his first heat race of the season with just, well, now at this point, 2 races left this season. I say 2. I'm already counting this feature in because I'm already that excited for it, race fans. Race fans, we will take one quick little commercial break here, get the national anthems played, and we'll be back for that feature competition. 40 laps here tonight at Volusia right after this.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air.
Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
How about a welcome back here to the Volusia Speedway here tonight, race fans. Tonight, it's where we start to wind down the season. And what do I mean by that? You heard me talk about just a handful of races left, 3 races, 2 races. Well, we still have tonight's feature event, 40 laps tonight here at Volusia. And then we head to the dirt track at Charlotte before the season finale at the Oswego Speedway. That's it. Technically, it's 180 feature laps left before we crown a champion. Remember, Sam Bachman, Dean Reynolds locked atop, just a deficit of a little over 20 points. Then you got Mike Brewer still sitting there in the wings. He's the only driver inside the top 4 who does not have a feature win. Sam Bachman has 3, Dean Reynolds has 2, Anthony Roselli has 2. Now, when is Mike Brewer's day? Is it today? I see a lot of you out there pulling for Brewer. So far, it's either Bean or Brewer that I see out there for these drivers. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And man, come on. Who was that out there? Reading it. Dickinson put a D in my name. Oh, boy. Well, good thing I can't pronounce. I can't talk about people how to spell either. But I can tell you what the starting lineup is here tonight. Brought to us by G-Stone Motors. Your feature 40-lap feature here tonight. We'll line them up like this. Starting to the inside of row number 1 here tonight. He picked up heat race number 1. That'll be Scott Rayome. In P number 2, the Full Throttle Motorsports 007 of Bachman will roll from P number 2. Having his best starting spot of the season, car number 04 here tonight, Brandon Guerin will start P number 3. Then back in row number 2 to the outside, P number 4 out of Pennsylvania, driving car number 39. That'll be Mike Brewer. How about this? The first Canadian. Car number 16, that'll be Matt Barber in P number 5. Then starting back into the 6th spot, it'll be Kelly Wheeler. A very strong car in his heat race. Justin DeRosier in car number 29 will roll from the 7th starting spot. And Ty Dickinson, car number 67, will roll from 8th. Speedy Percent will roll from the 9th starting spot here tonight. And starting in 10th, it'll be Ryland Banks in car number 76. Jeff Sharp in car number 28 will roll from the 11th spot, while the Dean, it's Dean Reynolds. He'll start back into the 12th position here tonight. 13th here, when we come to the green flag, that will be the number 17 of Shane Billings, and Michael Vitale in the 213 will roll from 14th. 15th will be Harold Klump in the number 2K entry, and Andrew Hansley in the 126 will roll from 16th. 17th tonight here out of Carolina will be the car number 99. That'll be Glenn Sharp, and that'll be Sean Green back into the 18th spot. Logan Wentz will go 19th, and then 20th here tonight. That'll be Anthony Roselli, having to come from way deep. 21st to be the driver from north of the border. That'll be car number 23. That'll be Joey Lattisaur. Ted York in car 09 will go from 22nd. Dylan Kinsey, last week's winner, from the front to the trunk. That's the 639, starting back there in the 23rd spot. 24th to be Cody Harris. As here we go. Put 40 laps up on the board. Put 24 drivers out there. Green flag in Volusia. Great start by the 4 machine of Scott Rayome. He'll jump out to the race lead. Will he? Not for long. Here comes Bachman. Bachman with a slider in 3 and 4. A crossover attempt. Scott Rayome at the line. Going to be your race leader. Scotty Rayome is the race leader, but here comes Bachman firing right back off corner number 2 down the back straightaway. 3-horse race at the front. Bachman going with the slider. Rayome just running the top. He'll try to cut it back and get the grip at the line. Give it to Bachman. Now here comes the 39 of Brewer. Brewer may have just gotten into the inside wall. Brewer getting very close to the inside wall. Not sure if he got that left front into the wall. He'll fall back now. Bachman is your race leader, and now he'll take command of this race here tonight at Volusia. It'll be Bachman, Rayome, Brewer, Wheeler, and Barber, the top drivers. One driver up into the wall. I believe that is Michael Vitale. Vitale into the outside wall as the caution lights are come on as he is stopped up against the wall. First caution flag of the evening coming with 5 laps in the books here tonight at Volusia. We'll have to take a look back, see what happened to the driver of the 213. And here it is. Little contact there as they were 4 wide racing. There you see Michael Vitale up against the outside wall. Look at him. I believe that was the 03 of Brissett down to the inside. And the 7 of Anthony Roselli. Jeff Sharp was right there. So only one driver having to go to the infield, and that is the Michael Vitale, number 213 entry. Anthony Roselli was able to keep going. Sharp was able to keep going. So we'll see how those drivers fare here. They will have a little bit of damage. The only driver that we know will get a fresh machine here tonight, I believe, would be Michael Vitale, but I think he has called it an evening here from the Volusia Raceway, or Volusia Speedway, depending who you are out there, I guess. So we started 24. We'll be down to 23 here. We should get that one to go. We should be doubling them back up. It'll be Riom, Bachman. I lied. It's Bachman, Riom. I was confused. I thought it was that way when we took the yellow. Bachman, Riom, Brewer, Wheeler, Barber, Guerin, Dickinson, Banks, DeRosier, and Reynolds. Cody Harris, the biggest mover and shaker inside the first 5 laps here tonight. He's been able to pick up 8 spots. You see him back there. He's currently sitting into the 15th position, coming back into the restart zone. Here we go. Bachman says, let's make him chase me. Look at them all fan out. 3 wide racing. Here comes Brewer again, trying to get back to the front as he hugs the inside lane. Inches off that inside wall down to 3 and 4. Here comes the 4 machine, though. Riom wants the race lead back. Not going to get it from Bachman that time. Bachman's just going to wind it up on the top shelf. 3 wide into turn number 3. 3 wide as there is the number 39 of Brewer down low. Riom in the middle. He'll pinch off Bachman. Bachman to make a little contact. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler will capitalize on that one. Bachman going to try to cross him over as it's still 2x2 for the first 4 positions. And then call 4 wide just behind them. 4 wide behind them. Reynolds down to the bottom side. Barber in the middle. Reynolds up the track. Reynolds got up the track just a little bit into Barber there. He'll lose ground. And racing all over the place because, well, for the race lead for the first time here tonight, car number 39 to the point. Mike Brewer now leading the way here in Florida. It's Brewer, Riom, Wheeler, Bachman, Guerin. That's how the top 5 are playing out right now. But if you go deeper into the field, they're still battling all over here. Look at them as they come off 4 down the front straightaway. You're looking back at Cody Harris. He is the driver that has picked up double digits from coming way deep into the field. He's picked up 10 and looking to see if he can get around the number 17 of Shane Billings. Billings holding down that 13th position as you see that yellow and blue machine down to the inside. Harris in the blue. Oh, problems! Anthony Roselli around. I believe, was it red? No, it was Ryland Banks there in the purple, gold, and white machine. There you see him rolling through turns 1 and 2 as I bring out the second caution flag here of the evening. So with the caution lights on, you see Banks. He'll get himself down to the infield. Take a look here. It looks like Roselli and also Ty Dickinson involved. Let's take a look. There's Ty Dickinson. Oh, Dickinson got into the outside wall. Ty, you can't park there, my friend. You cannot park there. Right on board here with the, I believe this is the 76 of Ryland Banks. That is not what you want to see in front of you when you're coming off the corner. Looking to see if those drivers are back out onto the raceway. It does look like the number 76 of Ryland Banks is back out there. Andrew Hansley is back out onto the speedway, along with Ty Dickinson. Remember, these drivers here tonight on the iRacing.com platform do have one quick repair, a little bit of a backup car, if you will, for some of these drivers, so they can get back out there. One retiree here this evening, that is Michael Vitale. He retired from tonight's event after 3 laps of competition. It'll be Brewer, Riom, Bachman, Wheeler. The top 4 drivers as we get ready to come back into the restart zone as we got them doubled up. Where's your favorite driver running here tonight, race fans? Is it Cody Harris, who's been able to pick up 13 spots just outside the top 10? He's on the move. How about Dylan Kinsey? He's also picked up 10 positions. He's running 13th right now. Is it Brewer who's out front? Is it the agent who's running back in 3rd? Green flag's out, and Brewer is on the loud pedal as he is trying to run away. Take a look with the Super Dirt Car Series onboard camera with your race leader of Mike Brewer looking back at 22 drivers trying to chase him down. Lap 1 going to go to Brewer. It's Brewer, Riom, Bachman, Wheeler across the line as they were side by side battling there for 2nd. Bachman trying to come back, lost the race lead, and now trying to take 2nd back away from Scotty Riom. There you see the battle down into turn 1. A little bit of a bounce on the Swan Speed Shop Full Throttle Motorsports 007. See Riom working the outside, Bachman working the inside, Wheeler just kind of running that middle lane, seeing which lane is going to get going sooner, so you can follow that driver through. Deep into the field, still battling back here, Green and Sharp. DeRosier. Dean's going to message me. I know it. I look forward to those Wednesday morning messages. Kinsey working now, trying to get in the top 10. Kinsey working that inside lane, trying to get around Shane Billings. He has the 10th position, but would like to get some more. He's got Speedy Brissett right there. He's got Billings trapped behind Brissett as he works the inside, as I say that, and they go 3 wide. Why not? JD back there getting a little contact. I believe that was with, was that the Yellow Submarine, number 27? It was. Sean Green. Harris is right there, still just trying to crack the top 10 with that number 20 machine. Plus 12 so far here tonight. One driver that is not having a night. You saw him wrapped up in that wreck a little bit ago. Number 67 of Ty Dickinson back to running. Contact! Down the back straightaways, the caution lights will fly here again. The 3rd caution flag of the evening comes out for the number 20 of Cody Harris. Harris and Jeff Sharp, as Harris gonna, I guess, fly down here to the infield. Take a look. There's Harris working the outside. A little left front over a right rear, and oh man, Jeff Sharp ends up looking like a turtle on the back straightaway. See if we can ride on board here with that Super Dirt Car Series onboard camera. There it is. Left front, right rear. And nothing you're going to do about that one. Just kind of along for the ride. Cody Harris is back out onto the speedway. One driver coming down to the infield to see if he can get some, adjustments made. That was the 126 of Andrew Hansley. Hansley got a brand new paint scheme on his machine. Taking a look real quick, race fans. Kinsey is up 14 positions. The only driver in double digits now. Next driver that has the most spots gained would be the Sean Green, number 27, who's running into the 11th position, and Logan Wentz, who also has picked up 7. He's running back in 12th. Those are some of the drivers that have picked up the most positions. Lights are out, though. Ready to go back racing. It'll be 21 laps. We'll add one back onto the board. So it'll be Brewer in the number 39. He'll be the first one to fire off. Bachman in the 007 to the outside. That'll be Scott Rion back row number 2 to the inside. And Wheeler once again running into that 4th position. We'll see who gets a good start here. Brewer with another amazing launch with that 39. Who is that looking high, wide, and handsome around the outside? That's the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. He was trying to get a few on that restart there, seeing if he could jump to the way outside and get around. He'll pick up a position as he gets around the number 16 of Matt Barber, and then he runs into a brick wall called the number 11 of Kelly Wheeler. Nowhere to go. Look at them all back here as they work themselves off turn number 4. Inside of that 20 lap to go marker now. With inside 20 to go, it's now time to use everything you got. At the front of the field, it's still the number 39 of Mike Brewer, Sam Bachman, Scotty Rion, Wheeler, and Reynolds. Reynolds is trying to still work off that number 16 there of Barber, who's working the inside lane. One into the wall there. Going to tank, slap it down the back straightaway. That's the 0-3 of Speedy Brissett. Now he'll go into the battle. That is the number 4. Contact. That was between Billings and Garan. Garan going to take the worst of the two drivers. He's going to fall all the way back outside the top 10. Now battling, that is with the Van Sickle Electric number 7 of Anthony Roselli. Brandon Garan back here running in 12th now. Anthony Roselli having an off night through his heat race. Hasn't cracked the top 10 just yet. Roselli going to make some select starts this season and oh boy, one up and over. Turtle on the front straightaway. Brandon, not a good parking spot. So he'll have to take the tow to pit road, so that'll be the 4th caution flag here tonight. So with the 4th caution flag coming out, you saw the little contact there. We'll get that one queued back up by our crew. This is what it looks like. Watch that 4. Off of turn number 4. Little right rear from the Van Sickle Electric number 7 and just up over. Everybody doing a pretty good job there of actually getting away. There you see it again. That's exactly what happened. So it'll be 15 laps remaining here tonight in the feature. Brewer, Bachman, Riom, Wheeler, Reynolds, Barber, Kinsey, Brissett, Billings, and Green are the top drivers. Looks like Jeff Sharp has retired car number 28 tonight. After 18 laps in the feature, he will finish back into the 23rd position. Driver coming out of the hot pits down there. That's the number 20 of Cody Harris. He'll tag the back of the field. We're ready. You see it, 15 laps to decide a winner here. Sam Bachman picked up the first race here at Volusia to open up the season. Anthony Roselli picked up another one in the mid-season. Now it's the closing races of the season. Who will be the third? Brewer, Bachman, green lights. Brewer has been on it when it comes to restarts here tonight. And he'll lead that one back to the line. It'll be Brewer-Bachman, but here comes Bachman down to the inside. Brewer seems to have been down to the inside all night long, and now he has switched his line. He went back to the top. Riome is running that middle groove now, sliding it up to the top shelf. Wheeler's just hanging around back there with Reynolds. That's the top 5 as they all come across the line. Speedy Brissett hanging inside the top 10. Along with Billings and Green, Wentz just outside trying to work himself in. Harold Klump in that brand new red machine back there, trying to see if he can get a top 10 out of this one here. Brewer not able to run away. Scott Riome has taken over that second position, and he is right there. Problems for the number 7 of Anthony Roselli. He'll pull it to the infield. Still Brewer, but Riome is right there. Scott trying to steal a little bit of that thunder from that 39. Just 9 more times around. 2 drivers battling at the front of the field. They have not picked up wins this season. And when you look back at it, they're heads up at the line that time. Though it was Brewer at the line. Riome coming with a slider. He'll think better of it. He'll fall right back in. See if he can do it down in 3 and 4. This time, great run that time through the middle of 3 and 4. Scott Riome at the line is the race leader. Scotty trying to figure it out. He'll slide in front of that 39. Crossover move. Here comes Brewer now down to the inside. Brewer going to throw the slider back on the 4. We'll see who has it at the line. That time by Brewer by the bumper bars. Riome says, yes, anything you can do, I can do better. And no, Brewer says you cannot. Brewer with that nice crossover move, and we're going to see this one this time by. It'll be 5 fingers in the air. It'll be just 5 more times by at the line. Riome going to start to work back down on the bottom side once again. A little slow down on the inside there for the 007 of Sam Bachman. He got a little bit of out of shape that time down through turns 1 and 2. 4 to go. How about it back there, though? We're watching the battle for the race lead, and you also got to look back here because Wheeler just took over 3rd. Then it's Barber, Bachman, Reynolds, Brissett. They're all there. 3-4 wide racing as they work down the back straightaway. They're going to come see the 3 laps to go. We're going to do it for Dale 3 more times around here, and hold on to her, Dean. Dean slid up the track a little bit, almost into that number 16 of Matt Barber. Barber going to look to see if he can come through the middle like a quarterback. Calling the shots, and right now the old popsicle sticks. Wind them up, dump them out as we watch the battle. Reynolds slips that time off turn number 3 and 4. Battle back here and a battle for the race lead. Where do you look, race fans? Let's throw it back on the race leaders as the white silk will fly. This time by Scott Riome, now out in front of that number 39 of Mike Brewer. Can Scotty steal it here in the closing laps? Brewer looked like he had the car that was going to dominate this one after the midway point. Now, though, through 3 and 4 for the final time to pick up his first career win, it'll be car number 4 of Scotty Riome. It'll be Riome, Brewer, and at the line, Wheeler just going to edge out the 79 of Dean Reynolds. That'll be Barber, Kinsey, Brissett, Billings, Green, and Bachman. That is the unofficial top 10 here tonight. But how about it? The man that has to be in every picture out of New York. That's Lyons, New York. Driver of car number 4 will pick up the win. And I'm telling you, race fans, I'm looking up and down the record books here. As you see, Dean Reynolds, Speedy Brissett coming up to congratulate that number 4 of Scott Riome. I'm not seeing it in the record books. I think I called it right. A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, and I'm talking about myself getting a statistic. Big word, correct. Well, what a race that one was, race fans. We're going to take a quick step. I'm going to catch my breath, wet the old whistle, and we're going to get these top 3 drivers in here to talk to us and hear what they got to say after this one.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Everybody has some kind of a hobby, and it seems that mine was collecting stuff. I've got to the point where I've had to get rid of some of this, and G-Stone Motors, they didn't take anything in trade. I'd trade my Caterpillar D4D bulldozer for a pickup. I think it's great service for people to trade in something. The G-Stone Motors team is a great group of people that I would recommend to anybody.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here, race fans. The lights came on, the stars came out, and they showed out here tonight in Volusia for the final time this season in Florida. Before we wrap things up, I headed to the dirt track of Charlotte next week before we head to, New York at Oswego to finish out the season. New winner, but we're going to make him sit here and sweat, race fans. And what do you say we kick things off with the driver that'll finish P number 3 here tonight? How about it, Kelly Wheeler? Wheeler, a great run for you. It started back into the heat races. That car looked good all night long.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, sometimes I get lucky and can run up front every now and then.
You talk about running up front every now and then. Your heat race, you were right there in that mix with, I believe it was Brandon Garan there for that win. And then here tonight, you run inside the top 5 all night long. What did you need out of this 11 to go up there and battle with Brewer and Riom for a victory?
I needed to be a little more smoother and a little bit easier on the gas.
This track out here tonight, 3-4 lanes of racing. We saw it all night long. Where did you find that pedal working the best?
For me, it was on the top side. I tried the bottom a few times. I couldn't get nowhere. I was loose, and so I just went back up to the top, and that's where I was the best at.
Well, what do you think when we head to Charlotte next week? Where do you find this number 11? Ripping the boards or down low going catfishing in Charlotte?
It's hard to tell about this number 11. He'll liable to be in the infield knowing him putting around.
Well, I just want to put it on record. I didn't say it. Brewer giggled. And Scott, who knows what Scott's doing over there? Don't even ask him what he's doing.
We love Kelly Wheeler's interviews, man. We give him a hard time all the time. He's like our little mascot for FDM, and love it to death, man. The mascot.
Well, Kelly, now you're going to have to tell us while we have a couple seconds here. What does he mean when he says the mascot?
I guess I'm the little clown or something of it. I don't know.
Well, I guess we're save that one for a barroom talk. But hey, how about it, Kelly? Who's on the side of the number 11 that makes it as fast as it is as you take the clown mask off?
I got to thank DNS Side and Remodeling, Ingersoll Rand. I got to thank my wife for letting me do this anytime I want to. Sit down and play this game. I got to thank all the FTM guys for letting me hang out with them and, race with them. And I feel like I'm getting a little better. It's just taking me a long time, but I might get there. And I got to thank 802 Racing Lead for putting it on. And I got to thank you for doing the broadcasting.
There you hear it, the mascot here tonight, driver of car number 11. That'll be Kelly Wheeler, picking up 3 spots. Finished P3, just edging out that number 79 of Dean Reynolds, keeping him off the podium here tonight. Driver that'll finish second, well, how about it, Dad? A great run for you. Just going to be 1 spot short.
Yeah, I'm going to crack a cold one and have this interview, man. What a race that was. Holy smokes. Congrats to Scott. Holy, man. That was a great race.
That race started with you headed to the inside, making it 3 wide, and did you get that inside wall in turn 1? So many people do.
I come close. I didn't get it this time. Usually I do. Or the tires off of 4 and rip the left front off, but I managed to get that out of the way and warm up.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but you don't need a left front. I've seen it so many times, right?
Yeah, it can be tricky, though.
But hey, walk us through this night, because you battled with Riom, you battled with that 007 of Bachman all night long. What did you need to hold off the strong charging number 4 at the end of this one?
No, really off, man. That 3 wide racing with Bachman and Scott, man, I might have washed up a little bit. I don't know what happened to Bachman, maybe got in the wall there, but that was some of the best racing that I've had in a while. And as the race went on there, and I was out front there, I was just over driving on the bottom. I couldn't keep it down there, so I was like, I'm just going to try the top, and I was holding my own there. And after a couple restarts, Scotty was all over me, and then we started with the back and forth sliders there, and 2 to go, man. He pulled he did an awesome job doing that, man. He ran me down, he ran behind me, and that slide job that he did off of 4, that was perfect. So there was just nothing I could do after that. It's tucked back to the bottom, try it out, but didn't work.
An absolute barn burner here tonight for you. And you look at it. You missed the race. Well, we understand why, right? But the point standings, when you look at it, is there a chance, is there an opportunity with 2 races left here this season to maybe jump up there and snag that spot from Dean or possibly Sam if he fell back to 10th here, so he's going to lose some ground to not only you, but Reynolds?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I haven't even looked at it. I know I was sitting 3rd, but mathematically, I have no clue, even if I'm in contention, not with the races we have left. But, if that's a possibility, I'm definitely going to try shooting for it. But if not, it's, been a great season, so we'll settle with a 3rd or 4th or whatever we got to do.
Well, hey, what do you say we let you go crack that cold one out here tonight and enjoy the rest of this evening? I know it's pretty nice over here, and, well, you're in Pennsylvania, too. You know, it's nice. What do you say? Who's on the SAR?
First off, we got to thank all those guys over to 802 for this league, you for broadcasting. All the guys over there at FTM, great group of guys. Love being with them. Glad they brought me on. Expert Installation, Swan Speed Shop, Dino over there at Dirt Car, and everybody watching. It looks like we got a pretty good fan base out there, so see if we can keep this rolling.
Now we'll have to see who has the biggest fan base before the end of the year. Definitely Brewer would be in contention for that, just like he is for a championship here in season number 3. Mike Brewer, though, finishing P number 2 here tonight. I guess we've let him sit here and ponder what he's going to say, race fans. I'm sure this one's going to get off the rails real quick. Scotty, you got it.
Finally, man.
Finally in victory lane.
Can I swear on your broadcast, or is that frowned upon?
I don't have a beep. I think to keep it PG-13, we can afford one.
All right, I'll say I fracking won one. God damn it! Finally, man, 3 years. I finally got one.
That's 3 years here in the 802 iRacing League. It's been the ups, it's been the downs, but this year, this 4 has come out with, I'm going to say, vengeance. You've ran up front all season long. You got, I believe, if I look at my notes right, yep, I got to talk to you week number 1, and we're still continuing to talk here late into the season. How did this 4 become so fast here late in this race?
I don't know. I got lucky, I guess. I mean, I've only really been doing this for like 3 years, and I mean, a lot of guys can pick this stuff up like right away. And I mean, I've upgraded computer, pedals, wheel. I mean, I've upgraded just about everything you could possibly upgrade, and I think the only thing you can't upgrade really is talent. And a lot of these guys have talent, way more than I do. And it's like, I mean, you even notice it like with Dino. Dean is like him and I used to always struggle towards the back of everything, and now we kind of, we've gotten better. It's a couple old guys that just keep plugging away. So I immediately do have to apologize. I have to apologize to Shane Billings for that heat race. I know he made me internet famous a couple weeks ago at Weed Sport, and of course, I go into turn 1 on the very first heat race. My car goes tight. I wanted to slide him. I realized halfway through the car was too tight. I wasn't gonna be able to slide him, and then we get into each other. So I know he wasn't happy with me. He came by and gave me a little rev there, but I apologized to him a couple of times. It's definitely not intentional, but I guess I'll make another video.
It's always good to make a video. But talk about the video you're going to make here with between you and Brewer in those closing laps. Slide job after crossover after slide job for the victory.
Well, after the last restart, I noticed I was able to run the middle 3 and 4, and I gained a lot of ground on him. And going into 1 and 2, I tried doing a slider in 1 and 2, and he would pull me coming off the corner. So I did it once. I showed him my hand a little bit early. I followed him into 1 and 2. Then I ran the middle 3 and 4, and that's when we did our sliders. And I knew he pulled away from me on the slider, so I knew I couldn't do that again and show him that until the very, very end. And then, sure enough, the opportunity was there. I stayed high, stayed behind him in 1 and 2, and then I ran the middle in 3 and 4, and I got ahead of him, slid him in 1 and 2, and then, I hate to say that I blocked him, but I was not letting him slide me in 3 and 4 on the white flag lap. I went all the way to the bottom as much as I dared without wrecking us, and I stayed down there. And I wanted one of these wins really bad because these guys were giving me a hard time last week because my little buddy there, Dylan Kinsey, he got one last week after being off all winter, and I've been doing this for 3 years, and he comes back after 1 week and gets a win. So I wanted to win really bad. I would have wrecked you, Roger, for a win here. That's how bad I wanted it.
Well, you wouldn't have had to worry about that, my friend. I would have put myself in the wall before I let you do that to me. But, what does it mean now? Because here tonight in Volusia, your name is going to be stamped right along with Sam Bachman and Anthony Roselli. They won this year here at this track, and now your name is going in the record book with them.
I don't know. Hasn't really sank in yet, I guess, but it's a lot of work goes into this for everybody. With all of us that race, all the guys that behind the scenes, 802. So much work goes into this stuff that it's just awesome to be able to finally get an 802 win after really, thanking the Brissettes. I'll go back to them getting me into this league 3 years ago and running at the back, not having a clue what I was doing, and now I can rub it into Speedy a little bit that I got a win before he did this year.
I think he still has that championship. We'll work on that though.
We'll worry about that next year. I think I'm out of that talk this year, but.
well, what do you say, Scott? Let's roll this red carpet out. Let's hand you the microphone, and who do you got to thank to make this whole program come full circle from the back to the front to in victory lane for the first time ever?
I got to thank all the guys over at FTM. It's without those guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Swan Speed Shop, Gunner. He's. I'm going to steal one of Sam's lines here. He's really been working hard to give us the dig on the open side. Dean, super dirt car, and he makes the wheels go around. DJ for the wrap that you guys saw tonight. Expert Insulation for coming on board, supporting our league. You, Roger, for doing the broadcast here. Again, I love your broadcast. I always rewatch them. Actually, I watched the very first race from Volusia this season today. So, get a little prepared, try to learn something. Mike for that awesome race that we had. Kelly, Kelly's our we call him our mascot because Kelly, he's not on FTM, but whenever we're racing a league, Kelly's in our Discord. And we share information with Kelly. He shares information back with us. We love that guy. And his interviews are so much fun because they're usually just one word. And that's why I was giggling so much, because he actually opened up a little bit and said more than one word. So it was pretty cool that he said a few more things there. I think, I don't know. Kind of pretty cool that I finally won one of these.
There it is. He's calm, cool, collective for now. Let this race sink in and see where he winds up here tonight. Somebody put an alert out for Scotty Rio. Make sure he doesn't escape anywhere. Tonight, he picks up his first victory here with the 802 iRacing League. He's going to go into the G-Stone Motors record book, that is for sure. Tonight's race, though, it's in the book. Scott Rion picks up the win. Mike Brewer in second with Kelly Wheeler there in third. Dean Reynolds will finish into the fourth spot, and Matt Barber will round out the top five. Unofficial top five results as we get ready to leave Volusia. That leaves us with just two more races, the dirt track at Charlotte, before we head to the Oswego Speedway. That's what's coming up here for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified season. That's all that's left in season number 3. Who's going to pick up the championship? That's what I'm wondering. Bachman, Reynolds, Brewer, they're all there within just a handful of points. But we're all going to have to figure it out together, race fans, because we're done here. Roll the cords up, throw them in the truck. Let's head to the dirt track at Charlotte next Tuesday night. So for everybody at G-Stone Motors, everybody at the 802 iRacing League, along with our friends over at the Super Dirt Car Series, all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show here from Volusia. And until we catch you at the dirt track at Charlotte, race fans, everybody stay safe. And we'll see you in Turn 3.
I've been doing this a long time. Well, I'll tell you, working the farm, it gets you in great shape for the season. It is hard to get up in the morning sometimes. But a lot of people believe in me. And there's always work to be done on the farm. When I decided to buy a truck, I went to G-Stone Motors. Because first of all, they are nice. I checked twice. They got me exactly what I wanted when I needed it. And it came with all the bells and whistles. Those heated seats, definitely a favorite feature of mine. I travel halfway around the world to get my truck serviced. That says a lot. You can buy a good truck anywhere, but finding a team of people you can believe in, now that's something special.